Hello world, I am here today one more time with another extremely simple iPad tutorial for my students. So what we decided to talk about today is how to download apps. Now, I get this question pretty much every other class, and we talk about every app, and every icon on the screen is an app that does something different. The iPad comes with 65 apps already built in, so most of the basic stuff is already covered out of the box. But now, once you get into your unique interests or your preferences, stuff like that, you're gonna want to go to the App Store to download stuff. So you need to keep in mind, to download anything on the App Store, you're gonna have to set up your Apple ID and know your password. When I set up an iPad for a student or somebody who just got an iPad, I make sure that I go in and download a couple apps again over and over, so I get the notification saying that I can just save the password for future free apps. That way they don't have to worry about anything. They can just go in the App Store, click the app they want, and download it. Obviously, it takes a few steps to get to that point because Apple is just Apple. Now, what I want to talk about is the fact that, like I said, iPad comes with 65 apps, but these devices these days can fit thousands of apps in here. So once every page gets filled in with icons, it creates a new page, so you can download as many apps as you feel, or as many apps as you can fit in your iPad. Now, let's get to the point. Now, to download an app, you're going to have to look for the famous App Store icon, which is just an A built out of three, what looks like popsicle sticks. And what you do is you tap on it. Once you tap on it, this is not where it shows up. It usually comes to the home page right here. Once you open it, it brings you to the home page with, what's going on today, the most popular apps, stuff like that. What most people are going to do is look at the bottom row right here, the bottom bar, which is your options, which we have games and we have apps, we have updates, but the most popular is going to be search. So obviously you hit search, and here it gives you a little trending section, which is stuff that people and stuff that you might be interested in. So but it's always also a good thing to look at, because if you don't know what you really want, you can get an idea from this little section of trending. Now, when you're here, all you have to do is look for your search bar right here, tap your finger on it, it brings our beautiful keyboard back up, which we all love so much. Now, what we do here, we type in what we're looking for. As an example, I'm going to put in an app that we already have. So it's called 3D Bowling, which is great for swiping gestures. To get my students used to swiping up and down, which is what we do on Google searches to look for the right website or the right information we're looking for. Now, it's called 3D Bowling. The app I'm going to show you. Now you type it in, then your enter button becomes a search button. You hit search, and it gives you all the results. If you already have the app in your iPad, it'll say open. So you can actually access the app right from here, just like that. Now, let's go back, because this is not what we're doing. Now, going back to the App Store, you'll see everything. Even though I searched for 3D Bowling, which is what it's called, well, it's actually called 3D Bowling Extreme, it's going to give you results for everything that has to do with bowling. So, if you like a different app, you can try different ones, because they're all set up differently, they all work differently, so you got to look for the one that's good for you. Now, if you don't have the app, instead of saying open, it's going to say get. And that just means you have to put in your password. And like I said before, all my students, I make sure I set it up so they don't have to put a password every time. Because Apple IDs, you need a capital case letter, you need a number. So remembering all that, it's going to be at least 8 characters and some stuff. So it's easier just not to remember. Just click download and get it, or get and download it. Now, as far as apps go, that's where you get them. You get them at the App Store. So the good thing is, the App Store on the iPad is the same as an iPhone, is the same as anything else that's Apple related. And also Mac computers. So it's a very beautiful ecosystem Apple has created. and the apps are the way to go these days. So if you want to get more apps, you're going to go to the App Store. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe or just hit the like button.